Gather round, children, where I will read to you the Angel Investment Network pitch by our favorite book talk celebrity, Audra Winter. Short summary. A multimedia literature driven creative studio and publishing imprint with a team. It's about the team, people. It's the team of 20 plus illustrators, musicians, animators. When did the hell did we get musicians? And designers aiming to bring fantasy stories to life by merging the publishing and art industries. Highlights. Made $200,000 from April to July solely on pre-order. Gosh, I wonder how. Was it the pity marketing? Pretty sure it was. Or the, lack of compliance with pre-order sales. Marking orders as fulfilled when they aren't. That could be it. With 7,800 sold products. See, this is how I knew she posted this recently. Okay. Thousands of people are watching us. Yes. Yes, you give us something to talk about every day. And awaiting our next project. No, we're just waiting for the original book to get completed, as it should have been before it shipped out. Experienced team of creatives fighting for independence in the arts. This is not your battle, I promise you. Breakthrough new creative industry with intense publicity and traction. Intense is an interesting word. Okay. Setting the path for a new literature-based genre of art consumption. I mean, if sending out shoddy books is a new method of art delivery, I guess that's true. The business. We are dedicated to pioneering a new avenue of publishing that prioritizes the creative freedom of independent artists by equalizing the voices of illustrators, writers, musicians, and animators. How about we just write the book? How about we do that? Just focus on the book. By selling and distributing books that bridge the gap between narrative prose and artistic storytelling, we are on the brink of engineering a new method of book writing / revision and inventing a new genre of art based in the literary world. How about we just focus on the book? Right? Could we just focus on maybe getting an edited story down and improving our writing? Maybe we could do that. I talk about this in my Carts Before Horses article on Substack. Okay. The market. Huge. Huge. I'm an influencer. You are. I haven't heard you talk about anybody's books except for yours and Malcolm Gladwell's. Specifically for my writing and my company. Our first edition sold extremely well. Gosh, I wonder why. Was it the pity marketing? But following its release, we had a public uproar to do our next release even better than ever. No. The public uproar was about the fact that you kind of scammed readers out of an unfinished, knowingly unedited book. You had intentions to do that. Let's be for real. With thousands of eyes on me. Yeah, we're watching. I've been given a huge opportunity to establish a new industry in the arts by simply proving myself and leveraging negative press into anticipation. That's not what this is. I assure you, babes. People want to react to what I do to improve the book. No, we just want you to finish writing it and editing it. I've been enabled as an author to do something unforeseen. No, you've been entitled. And I decided to devise a plan to do this in the most innovative way I could imagine. You mean the most, fraudulent way? There are people talking about us and our next move across numerous platforms. Okay, I almost choked. There are certainly people talking about you. Possibly prosecutors? I don't know. The DA? Progress, proof. When I listed the pre-order for my debut novel, April, it instantly took off solely from its concept and pitch. Okay. Within 2 weeks of marketing, I pulled in tens of thousands of dollars. That's not exactly true, is it? I ended up breaking records and selling thousands of copies of my debut first published book within a matter of 3 months. It's all about metrics with her, isn't it? Before its formal release, I ended up with 7,000 sold pre-orders. Yeah, by only sending out bookmarks and not letting anybody make honest reviews. Far surpassing the known and recorded number of pre-sales for a debut author in both the traditional and independent publishing industries. I highly doubt that. On top of this, I became a full-time author. No, you became something, but that was not it. And business owner. That's accurate. A business owner with immense financial problems. Before my book was even published, by pulling in over $200,000 of revenue from my distribution. Methodology and skill in marketing. With a team of extremely passionate individuals dedicated to storytelling, we want to continue our series most creatively and innovatively in the market for books and art. I have the potential right now to establish an entirely new branch of arts with a long-term series, constantly growing across literature, illustration, music, and animation. Babes, you're doing too much. Just get the fucking book written, okay? I envision us ramping up our sales and being able to expand into bookstores via a distribution partnership and catalog access. Again, there will be no ramping up. I assure you. You are toast. We've already redefined the success behind independent publishing by isolating our sales to us as a distributor, increasing the demand behind our products as our shipments are limited without relying on external distributors such as Ingram, KDP, and or B&N Press. Like, dude, this is nothing new. We've done this before, okay? Short-term struggles. We unexpectedly went from pulling in thousands per week to virtually nothing. Could it have been because it was a shit book? As our next move is anticipated following the reactions to our first release, I suggest that you be more honest with the investors here and explain what happened. We have a gap in sales as we create our next product. That's because the only people buying from you are waiting to destroy it. That's why. They're going to track the changes between book one and the new edition. That's all. The more revised chapters we release, the more our sales will increase. No, that's not going to happen. And get back on track. Again, no. Likely even better than it has been. Are we delulu? Is she delusional? But in the meantime, we are struggling in the next 3 months or so. Did you not put aside money for expenses? I need my full team to pull this off. You do not. You do not need a full team. You just need to sit down with an editor and get this done. And without a promise or guarantee of the same consistency of revenue flowing into the company, we are at extreme financial risk. You are at risk of going to jail. That's what you're at risk of. My only expense in the next 3 months is employment costs. But if the sudden drop in sales continues, it will impact my ability to pull this off with my team. Again, it's the team. It's the team. Okay. Financials. We are a team of artistic minds from across the world, determined to represent the values of artistic kinship, imaginative collaboration, and creative freedom. Our company is composed of 20 plus illustrators, musicians, animators, and designers collaborating and creating. My business relies on my team. Why not your writing? As the industry I'm pioneering, this is not new, is about bringing numerous arts together to tell one larger story. I cannot do this without my illustrators and co-developers. Babes, yes you can. The team working together behind this project is what makes it marketable and appealing to our audience. No, that's not it, babes. My voice as a writer only carries so far in a blended industry when I don't have the other arts to blend with me. Your voice in this story is all that it takes to make it a successful book. This pitch is not going to get picked up by anyone. Any smart investor is going to do a social media search and see the backlash and see where she massively failed, and the narcissism and the petty marketing and the manipulation, and they're not going to want to touch this with a 10-foot pole. I guarantee it. The deal. looking for $70,000. Minimum per investor, $10,000. This project is my heart and soul, and I am willing to sacrifice it to give it a fighting chance in the next 3 months so we can get back up on our feet. Again, where's the money, Audra? 15 to 20% equity or 10% on a loan? Who wants to tell her? Who wants to bring her back to reality? I'm not one to like crush anybody's dreams, but we need to be real here. Be so fucking for real. No one is going to invest in this absolute horseshit. Absolutely not.
Hi, my name is Audra Winter. I'm the author of a young adult fantasy based around the zodiac signs, and this video is one of my last attempts to basically establish my career because this app is getting banned.